Café Society is a social enterprise. And basically what that means is we are a non-profit organization that covers the costs of our social programs with business revenues. We're mission-based. We have three main projects that we carry out. One is a food program for what we call the hardest to house people on the downtown east side. Typically, they're folks that have a mental health concern or HIV or AIDS or hepatitis C, and we provide a free meal to them every day. The second program that we run is a employment training program. Then the third thing we do is a community kitchen, which we're hoping helps teach the residents how to look after themselves.
Part of the staff that we have here come from very challenging backgrounds and whatnot, and trying to get themselves back on track. So we try to create a very positive atmosphere for them. Sometimes they're dealing with their own addictions or coming from abusive relationships and whatnot. So it's not only coming to work, but it's also dealing with them sort of one-on-one. And I can honestly say never a dull moment. That's for sure.
I started out here doing dishes and prep, and then I worked my way up through. I've done some work on the counter, and then the grill, and then I've moved into the kitchen actually to do catering. I never had a job before this. So before this, I was actually looking after my kids, and then I wasn't really working or going to school or nothing, and I felt really like, what am I going to do with my life? Once I started working here, it was like a stabilization in my life, where it was kind of like people always thought, oh, well, she's just going to last a week. She's not going to go to work, or I don't think that you're going to go, but I've made it for 3 years, so obviously I'm doing something right.
You just kind of find one day, you find yourself looking at one of the staff and going, wow, they've come a long ways. And for me, that's very rewarding. I'm very happy to see that. Between trying to keep up on the catering and doing the training, the days are really full and very challenging.
The Vancouver Foundation has, in the very beginning, was instrumental in helping us with the capital costs of actually getting going. More recently, actually this year, the Vancouver Foundation kind of saved our lives. In January of this year, we got to a point where we really thought we were going to have to close our doors. So we went to the Vancouver Foundation early this year and we said, we think we're at that point where we are going to really need some support. And they provided it. And it turned out to be the defining moment for us, because really what it took was one more month of operation for us to hit that break-even point.
I've always wanted to do something like this more on a volunteer basis more than anything, and to actually be offered this position as a full-time job, I just couldn't believe it. So I felt very lucky to, and still do, after being here for a couple of years, and to be in such a rewarding position, and it's very fulfilling.
Eventually, I think I do want to leave here and probably do the same kind of thing that I'm doing here. Eventually, maybe I'll be like maybe a head chef or something.